team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 44, Herbert. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now it's 3rd and 4. Watson to the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he is going to have a Browns first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. The Browns at 12 and 4 now on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They go with White on the counter. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Rashad White with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Browns are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 35-yard line. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Grant Delpit, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
And now the throw here is incomplete. And with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Already up 2 touchdowns. How about that drive killer of a sack there to add to their good play? This offense coming away with no points now when some kind of score was desperately needed.
They snap it to Herbert. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Watson off play action, sliding out of the pocket. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. Touchdown! Amari Cooper, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able... Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson, and the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
He'll buy some time right. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The York on now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
To throw again on second down. Herbert. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Herbert off of play action. Out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head scratcher there. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to inbounds at the 2-yard line. How about this starting field position? First and goal from 2 yards out. White is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
From the 2 now, second and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Watson on third and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on third and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
A second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. It certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
Herbert back to the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 45-yard line. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. And the Browns will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, it's Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A run to begin the second half with White, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From just shy of midfield, Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Browns. A familiar refrain. A turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Take it in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Herbert now. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 4th down, Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ballgame. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by York is up and good. And it is 42-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Play action. It's Herbert. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
They're going for it. Here's Herbert. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Herbert. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Opting to run again here with White. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and make...
Now White lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Well, he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing...
And now here's another interception. And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34. The Browns drive about to get started. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that. All
the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Running out of the gun with White. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving and keep grinding the clock.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. John Franklin Myers. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll go up the middle with White. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Now Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Quick throw completed by Watson. Touchdown! It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon. And the Browns are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. First throw now for the backup, Trubisky. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Yet another mistake after the interception there. Gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Here's 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Browns add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Extra point by York is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Throwing on second down. Herbert. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Steps away to his left. And this is incomplete, but a flag back at the line of scrimmage. And this could be a first down. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Trubisky to throw again. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. The drive starts with a run by White. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Watson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Room here to run. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
First down, here's White. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. They go right back to White here on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
And Watson's going to throw it here. And that is incomplete.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. York now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny. I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, Herbert. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now Trubisky to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Greg Newsom. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. And York on now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
On 2nd and 1, Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. picked off by Grant Delpit.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, and then the defense jumped up and said, hold it, we're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
So for the Browns, they earn one final victory and finish the regular season at 13-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it's a tough loss to take as they'll finish things off at 9-8.
But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure.